Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is another one from the archives. It is from this summer when my parents came to visit me in late July, August, and for the previous Christmas my mum had bought me a hot air balloon ride voucher, and we decided to save it, and my mum, my dad, my sister and Chase all came on a hot air balloon ride with me, and it was quite the experience. I also wanted to say thank you for my dad for some of this footage because, like the ill-prepared amateur YouTuber that I am, I grabbed the GoPro without checking whether it was charged or not. So there is only a handful of GoPro footage that is actually mine. So thank you, Dad, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Alright, everyone grab on.
Tone chimes and you're in a circle.
Oh, we didn't charge it.
T-O-N-E.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So overall, the hot air balloon experience was amazing. I would highly recommend it to a bunch of different people, and I'm really glad that my mom got it for me and essentially for everybody else, including herself. It honestly felt like we were in a movie, like just drifting up and the ground slowly getting further away, and the speed at which you're moving is kind of like when you put your GoPro in cinema mode. Like, it really did feel like it was out of a movie. The total flight ended up being about an hour. It didn't feel like it, but well, it was between 45 minutes and an hour, which is kind of expected and included. My family found it kind of entertaining that while we were up in the air having this experience and flying, there was the pilot's assistant. His name was Willie, and he was following us around in this van. But obviously we're just flying freely through the air. There's nowhere that is limiting us at all, whereas he has to follow all of the roads. He has to keep up with the speed of us, which is determined by the wind, so it's not even consistent. So there were times where he had to pull over on the highway, or he was trying to go down dirt roads but there'd be a dead end, and so the pilot did have a little bit of communication with him. There was at one point they were on the radio, walkie-talkie-esque, and he told him, yeah, don't go down that one, go down the next one, that one dead ends, kind of thing. But otherwise he would have gone down there and had to turn around and follow us, and it sounds like a really difficult job, so kudos to him. He did a really good job, and he was also really, really friendly. Really liked him. So the landing wasn't such a smooth experience for us, at least. We did land in a hayfield that had been harvested. I believe Chase said it might have been Timothy, but I do not recall correctly. The field he chose, though from the sky you couldn't see, but it had 3 ridges in it in the direction we were attempting to land, and we managed to hit all 3 of them. So it made for quite a bumpy and jolty ride. Every time you hit it, you braced for impact. Like, it was a massive jolt. It was like, oh, and then on the 3rd and final one is when we kind of didn't have enough speed to continue going, and the basket toppled over. We were given instructions to hold on to the handles. Not everybody was holding on to the handles, and the way we felt anyway, we just kind of all ended up in this giant dog pile. And unfortunately, my sister was at the bottom of this dog pile, and she got her elbow caught in her, I think it was her elbow caught in a weird position underneath my dad, so it really hurt her. Fortunately, nobody was really hurt. It did turn out to just be a sprain after they got it looked at and checked out, but it was a little bit scary. Everybody was a little bit upset. The pilot was really upset for her. He was really caring, and he was ready to help, and he was nice. He was very, very nice, and we did manage to get everything all sorted out, and everything was okay in the end. After we were all out of the basket, we had to help pack it up, essentially. The basket, or the balloon deflates. We kind of, well, Willie mostly did it. It kind of rolls up, and he ties it together so that it's nice and tight, and then it all kind of gets folded up into this bag. And then we sit on the bag to help deflate the rest of the air out of it, which is one of these clips here that you can see, and we're all just kind of sitting on this bag trying to get it. It's like a giant bean bag, I guess, to just get a little bit more of the air out for them before we put it back in the trailer. You can also see in this clip that Chase is attempting to cheer up my sister by shoving a camera in her face, which, not the best method, but she does laugh, so for something, I guess. So the company that we booked our air balloon experience through is called Air-ristocrat Balloon Experience, or Balloon something in Red Deer, and they were amazing. Gary and Willie were our team. Gary is an aeronautical engineer, and he was our chief pilot. He had all of the radio stuff. He knew about the airspaces we were going through. He was really, really educated in this stuff. He said there were only one other operator, which is out Eckville way in Western or Central Alberta. So if you live in Alberta and want this experience, he's a good person to go and see. A hot air balloon ride is an experience that I'd highly, highly, highly recommend. They do actually offer a Christmas voucher, Christmas special that is available on their website, and I will link the website if you want to check it out or a bit more information. It'll be linked down below for you to check it out. He does also have this, it's called I think it's called the Air-ristocrat Balloon. I think it is the one we went in. It has the ability to put in 2 accessible seats. It was after a lovely woman that he knew. I'm not too sure if she's still around. I believe she had cancer or some sort of accessibility need, and he was able to accommodate that by putting in these safety seats, and it allows other people that may not necessarily or usually be able to experience this to experience this. And his basket also has a door. Not all baskets have a door. You usually have to climb into them. His one has a door, so it makes it even more accessible for those kinds of people. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend a balloon experience if you're thinking about it, and I would even more so recommend, if you're in Central Alberta or traveling through the area, to take a look at his website and potentially book through him. It is something, I will add, it is something where it's probably a little bit better if you're local, just because the conditions have to be perfect to fly, essentially. And it is, you do get better or more favorable conditions in the autumn or the winter. It's a little bit colder up in the air, obviously, here in Canada, but you have more chances of being able to fly. Fortunately for me, I did let him know in advance that my parents would be here for about a week. We had one day that we were supposed to fly. Unfortunately, we couldn't fly that day due to the weather, so he got us booked in pretty much the next day, and we were able to go that day. Apparently the wind condition, like the wind picking up, is some of the reason that our landing wasn't very good, but yeah, in the end, it was amazing. What worked in our favor was we had days that weren't weekends available. Obviously weekends are more favorable for some people, so they tend to get booked up faster. So if you have weekdays available and you let him know in advance, he was very accommodating to us, and I'm sure he would be accommodating in your kind of situation too. But I do want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and please consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you get notified when I upload. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Until then, peace, love, see ya.